If they don't like, let them go to Niger Republic. They collect Telecom tax for there. Let them pack themselves. All these old men, I don't know what is their problem. You had the opportunity to rule Nigeria for 40 good years. You're not able to develop your region now. Somebody, the Southwest politicians, they found a way to come together to develop their region. Look at Lagos and Ogun State and other states. That's the work of Southwest politicians. But this one, you come, they tell say you're threatening. Okay, if you not like them, go Niger Republic. They don't collect. They don't increase their tariff for there. Go Niger Republic. One thing, the reason why Igbos are supporting Tinubu is because of this thing he's doing to the Northerners. The way he's dealing with them. That's one of the reasons why you see he's getting support from the Southeast. Not that the South is like Kamo.
Today, presidency cannot account what they have done with the removal of subsidy fuel money. When we think that we can hold our arms without saying anything, enough is enough. Nigerians cannot take it. Nigerians will reject vehemently any policy that is detrimental to Nigerians. We cannot take it. And recently, 2 to 3 days ago, we are talking about the increase in tariff of communication companies. See how the government are, in fact, they are inhuman. They are inhuman. They are not even the way the Nigerians are moving. They are talking about even increase in tariff of communications. How will you think that Nigerians can afford to any communication now? Therefore, in conclusion, we are saying it categorically clearly that if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has any veil or reform that he wants to do in this sector, we call on him firstly that all land borders in this country must be open. We cannot allow Lagos to be enjoying 70 to 80% of importation in this country. All communication companies, all headquarters of any company in Nigeria that is situated in Lagos should be taken back to Abuja so that at least Nigerians will enjoy the same derivation with any other state in the country. Because we cannot be consuming the goods and services while Lagos will be benefiting from the BTA. We are saying that Nigerians will vehemently reject any attempt to increase communication tariff. We are going to use anything humanly possible within the ambit of law to reject it, to fight it until the normalization has come back to this country. We reject the increase of BAT. We vehemently reject the increase of BAT, and we call on the federal government even to take the VAT back to 3% because Nigerians are not even seeing the benefit of the increase of taxes or collecting taxes in Nigeria. Today, presidency cannot account what they have done with the removal of subsidy fuel money. Where are they? What have they done with them? What the Nigerians have benefited from removing the fuel subsidy and all other subsidies that are removed in this country? Nigerians cannot attest to it. There is no any infrastructure that is allocated to that. There is no any development that is situated to that increase. Even before the end of the meeting, the audience are rejecting the bill in its current form. We rejected it in its current form. We call for a wider consultation because we believe that democracy is all about consultations. The position of CNG, that it's not the position of CNG. We have over 300 groups here, youth, women, business organization, and other stakeholders. We are rejecting the bill in totality in its current form. We are calling for a wider consultations. People need to be consulted so that the bill will live or will become a popular policy rather than its current condition of unpopular policy that Nigerians are not happy with it. We are telling the government that Nigerians are suffering. The government should do anything humanly possible to alleviate the sufferings of Nigerians. Food items are skyrocketing. Services are skyrocketing in Nigeria. Nobody is enjoying the country and nobody is enjoying the administration. All the subsidies that the federal government remove in any sector should be brought back to Nigerians. Taxes should be reduced. BAT should be reduced to 3%. All land borders must be opened. All policies that will alleviate sufferance in Nigeria should be aided and persuaded with immediate effect. All policies that are detrimental to the living conditions of Nigerians should be rejected. The National Assembly should see to it that at least they have sabotaged the policies that are detrimental to the consequences of Nigerians. Bola Ahmed Tinubu met a single unit of that Ban A 60 to 70 naira, and today Nigerians are buying a single unit from Ban A over 200 naira. We have seen the reform policy in food security, and today's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu met Nigerians buying a bag of rice at the rate of 30 to 35,000 naira. But today a bag of rice in Nigeria is over 100,000 naira. We cannot be consuming the goods and services while Lagos will be benefiting from the BTA. We are saying that Nigerians will vehemently reject any attempt to increase communication tariff. We are going to use anything humanly possible within the ambit of law to reject it, to fight it until the normalization has come back to this country. We reject the increase of BAT. We vehemently reject the increase of BT, and we call on the federal government even to take the VAT back to 3%, because Nigerians are not even seeing the benefit of the increase of taxes or collecting taxes in Nigeria. Today, presidency cannot account what they have done with the removal of subsidy fuel money. Where are they? What have they done with them? What the Nigerians have benefited from removing the fuel subsidy and all other subsidies that are removed in this country? Nigerians cannot attest to it. There is no any infrastructure that is allocated to that. There is no any development. People here, so that at least we will know the views of other groups and our affiliate group on the tax reform bill. You see, what we are seeing is that there are so many reforms that this administration brought, and we have gone through this tax reform bill chapter by chapter, page by page. We have scrutinized it, and we have seen what the content of the reform bill. You see, the petroleum industry bill, which I believe that it is more important to Nigeria and Nigerians than this tax reform bill, almost took over 10 years in the National Assembly before it becomes a law. Suddenly the federal government is rushing. Suddenly the federal government developed a much personal interest on the tax reform bill. We have expressed the tax reform bills, and we have realized that there is not even clear definition of terms in that reform bill. If they say derivation at what point? If you are talking of derivation at the consumption point, do we have the actual data what Nigerians are consuming from various states? We don't have. If you are talking about derivation at the headquarters of the company, that means Nigerians will be worshipping Lagos. This is what we are talking about. I refer you to section 3, subsection 3, section 7, subsection 6, section 8, subsection 2, section 23, 28, 118, and 141. That is the supremacy clause of the Constitution. Even if I refer you to the derivation formula, that is section 77, that is talking about the distribution of the derivation point. If you are talking about section 59, that is talking about the funding of NIDA, NASENI, and TED Fund, which I believe that all of you knows the contribution of this agency to Nigerian development. Particularly, I'm talking about TED Fund. TED Fund is funded now by 3%. By next year, it will be funded by 5%. In the next 2019, TED Fund will be funded by 50%. In the 2030, they will cease the funding of TED Fund, which automatically is telling you that the infrastructure development, the research activities, and even the training and the on-training of the lecturers at the university will not go well. So this is what we are saying, that democracy, the basic principle of democracy is consultation. We urge the federal government and the National Assembly to halt deliberation on the bill, to go back to the grassroots and consult Nigerians until all the terms are clearly defined, until all the ambiguities are clearly defined, and until the policy become a popular policy rather than stay an unpopular policy. The administration has brought so many policies in this country. We have seen the reform of policy in petroleum sector, and today Nigerians are buying petrol at the cost of over 1,000 naira. We have seen the reform in the electricity sector, and today the Ban A we are talking about, they cannot even enjoy that 20 hours of electricity, and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu made a single unit of that Ban A 60 to 70 naira, and today Nigerians are buying a single unit from Ban A over 200 naira. We have seen the reform policy in food security, and today's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu met Nigerians buying a bag of rice at the rate of 30 to 35,000 naira, but today a bag of rice in Nigeria is over 100,000 naira. We have seen the reform in the aviation sector, and today a ticket applied from Lagos to Abuja, Abuja to Lagos, Kano, Maiduguri, and other places, you will assume that you are even a international ticket. We have seen the reform in the education sector, and many students cannot even afford to go and pay school fees. Go to unity colleges, go to federal colleges, students cannot even afford to pay that fees. We have seen the reforms. We have seen the reform in forex exchange, and today dollar is skyrocketing between 1,700, 1,600, and 1,500 naira. Naira is no longer appreciating over dollar, and dollar is always appreciating over naira. The government is disastrous. The government is catastrophic. The government is bringing more harms and good to the society. Nigerians are no longer enjoying the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let me say it categorically clearly. We are even requesting that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should take this country back to where he met it before. Even if we believe that Buhari has done nothing to the country, but those days of Buhari are even better than days of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu today. Nigerians are suffering. The empirical evidence of suffering of Nigerians cannot be undermined by any Nigerian. Not only Nigerians, but the whole world knows that Nigerians are suffering. Go to the inflation rate. Today, inflation rate, we are talking about almost 34.something% of inflation rate. Put inflation, we are talking almost about 40% in Nigeria. And the government is comfortable with that. The leaders are comfortable with that. Nobody is saying anything.
Insufficient sensitization to citizens to get them to understand the import of this reform. The citizens that are going to pay are clear about how long it will take for them to begin to see the impact of the reform when it is implemented. And it is also very clear, so many things have been done, in the closet, and therefore people are now questioning why it should not be an open issue like it had been done in the past, so that concerns of citizens can be harnessed and be taken into, so that they are mainstream into this reform in order to make the implementation very, very fair, justifiable, and people that are bringing out this money do so in a manner that they are convinced.
Not that Igbo like Yoruba, just because of that restructuring he's bringing. I just wish this guy would just implement this tax bill. So let's see what these Northerners will do. Whether they will do their worst. There's nothing they can do. They can only shout online and say all sort of things. The last time there was a protest, end bad governance protest, not when they protest before. During NSAS, they no protest. You see NSAS or not? Those call not. Because Tinubu now is president now. Inside Kaduna, Katsina, Kano. They say protest is halal. That is abomination in Islamic language. But because of the Tinubu, they came out to protest. They never say anything. Anything they want to do, if they are not okay with Tinubu's policies, let them take the next bus to Niger Republic. It's closer to them. You understand? They had the opportunity to fix the north for over 40 years. They missed the opportunity. Most of our government agencies is in the north. From Abuja to Kano to Kaduna to Zaria. Most of our military equipment is in the north. Most of the investment that government invested, federal government invested, is in the north. Why are the southeasterners not complaining? Just the north. Let them go and sit down.
But they say Tinubu must open the borders, if things are to...
close the border in the north. What is their problem? See, these people are looking for a way to bring this guy down. And the guy knows that they are looking for a way to bring him down. They are calling him one-term president. Tinubu opening the border. Is the border closed in the north? How is Tuji Bello, the kidnap or terrorist, how is he entering from the border between Niger and Nigeria? He's in Zamfara state now. Which border he pass? Maybe northern border. So your border is open. Why are you complaining? The north intentionally, they are the one that is growing what we are eating. They intentionally divert some of this cash produce to other countries so that there will be scarcity of food in Nigeria. There was a time one minister saw loads of trucks moving from the north to neighboring countries. They know that we in Nigeria, there's the supply of cash crops is limited supply. That's why the price is high. They plant there and they take it to other countries to sabotage Tinubu's government. So why they say the border is open in the north, but it's closed in the south. You see, these guys are psychopaths and hypocrites. That's the only thing I can say.
But if they say they want to say Tinubu from the first subsidy that Tinubu has not done anything meaningful as regards. Are they not correct with this? That Tinubu has not done anything meaningful with that. Now why is he not putting more problem on Nigerians? When
they need to arrest these people, I don't know. It's like they smoke Igbo, all this, I don't know. Whether there's something they take seriously. Now, okay, I'm not supporting Tinubu. I'm not defending Tinubu. He removed subsidy. They increase money they give to governors. Your governors are collecting money. The Northerners are the ones collecting more because they have more states and more local governments. The subsidy money, you have benefit from it. People who get oil well are Northerners. They are going to say, no, be Northerners. I get Mangal. Most of their politicians, Sultan of Sokoto, you get oil well. Now they benefit from the oil. Even the South people don't benefit from the oil like people benefit from oil. So what is their problem? What is their problem? Go. We know that they are just disgracing themselves. The more they do what they are doing, the more it shows that they are trying to fight Tinubu and they are trying to bring down his government.
But with all this is happening now, do you not think that Tinubu can win 2027?
No, Tinubu, now he goes spend 8 years now. Nigeria's system of governance is not fair. There's no free and fair election. It's corrupt system of government. In a corrupt system, now person wey dey in charge now. Jonathan was just afraid. Say that Tinubu na Jonathan, you go allow wetin APC do Jonathan happen. Tinubu no dey for power, he enter power. Tinubu na him appoint Inspector General of Police. Tinubu na him appoint Chief Justice of Nigeria. Tinubu na him appoint INEC chairman. If these three people vote for you, they win election. If you made the whole Nigeria vote for you, 200 million votes for you, against the vote of the police, the judiciary, and INEC, you are going nowhere. For the fact that Tinubu or the system can manipulate these institutions. For the fact that we have a corrupt judiciary, a corrupt INEC, a corrupt police, Tinubu will spend 8 years. Yes. And if you not want to fight, we will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for them.
Okay, but we've seen the Yoruba Nation so they submit a petition to the British, but the British now they are saying that they don't have any hand in any sovereignty of any for any country.
Nobody is asking that question whether they have hand. They don't submit. You just notify them. Why are they feeling guilty?
But they say Nigeria won. According to Garius Gololo, he said Nigeria Nigeria should remain one as one. But we know that they are not happy as regards it. But he said Nigeria should remain as one.
For him, there is that desert. They say Nigeria is one. Make he come tell us for South. He say Nigeria is one. It's a political statement. It's a political statement. You see, Nigeria has not been one. Can never be one. The people that are saying the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable now, politicians they be, because they are gaining from the national cake. Southeast governors are not supporting Biafra because they are gaining something from being a governor, being a senator and a lawmaker. So Nigeria has never been one and will never be one.
First is first, the northern people, like I always say, they don't own Nigeria. And then we must condemn them for their seeming hypocrisy. Under Muhammadu Buhari, the North, they kept quiet. They saw how that man mismanaged the nation for 8 years. Instead, we're hearing slogans like protest is not haram in the North. So what has changed now? Funny enough, the North even voted for Bola Ahmed Tinubu the more. If it were Nigeria was a southern country, Peter Obi would have become the president. Peter Obi won even in Lagos here. So he won majority of the votes in the southern part of Nigeria. So it was another people that voted for Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a president. So good morning to the northern Nigeria. Fulani, good morning. To them, they own Nigeria. But now they've seen that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not playing with that plan. But they think that Muslim ticket to them is like a jihad. To them is a religious war. To them, it means that they might dominate Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has shown them. But like I'll let tell people, a Yoruba man religion to us as Yoruba people, it's not something that we take serious. A Yoruba man just sees religion the way it is. A Yoruba man is not a religious fanatic or something like that. So I'm happy for the other people. They should give themselves congratulations, and mobilizing that good morning to the northern people. Their day just a break, so they should not complain. Anything Tinubu does to them, well, is their candidate and they supported him. They should accept that in a very, very, very good faith.
They should accept that in a very good faith.
Yes.
Okay. As regards, we've seen even Tinubu finally sharing or move the aviation sector to other region here in Nigeria, but they are aggrieved as regards this. They said, this should not be happening. What's your take as regards this?
So that's very good. We have to, when you look at the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, on the area of economy, it has been like a disaster. For now, it has been like a disaster. But that separation of not concentrating power only in the north, kudos to him. The north does not own Nigeria. Nigeria is not a Fulani nation, not a Yoruba nation, not an Igbo nation, not a Hausa nation, not Isheki, Kalabari, not Ijo, not Efik, not Ebira, Idoma, Igala nation. Nigeria is for all Nigerians. So there should not be a concern of power in one particular zone. Not that Tinubu is now find a way to decentralize it, sharing it. Yoruba take your own, Igbo take your own. This should be a welcome development for all Nigerians. But if there's any issue that not are angry, they're angry about, that anger will not end. Then they're going to get angry. as a Yoruba person, I don't care. I don't seem to care because I don't support Bola Ahmed Tinubu anything. I don't support him. I support Peter Obi and I still support Peter Obi tomorrow. But on the issue of trying to weaken, you understand, everything, military hierarchy, military agencies, I mean, talking about the Nigerian Air Force, the army, everything seem to be located in the north. No. Now, let everybody start having their own. Let there be a zone in the east, a zone in the west, in the Niger Delta, in the north central. Let everybody have a particular place, not everything always go to the north. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Like I said, the Fulani hegemony, they've been threatened by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But they say that in 2007, Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not even think about coming back. But people like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they come once in a while to at least show power. They call it show working. They're not showing workings. That yes, Fulani, you don't own Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to everybody that they all have a stake in Nigeria. So it is good. It is good. It is good. And I applaud President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for that personally.
But they said, you know, all the reforms that Tinubu have been working or trying to make happen is not working well. You know, look at it. For subsidy, they said Tinubu has not done anything meaningful as regards this. Even you should open the land, you know, the borders, you know, for things to go where. Do you agree with them on this?
Yes, no, that is right. That is right. The economy it seems to be in shambles. People cannot afford to eat. There's suffering in Nigeria. So kudos to the Fulani on that. They are right. When you see, you have to say the truth, no matter how the way it is. So Nigerians are already suffering. There seems to be no hope for Nigerians. You work every day, you see beggars everywhere. Before, people that are beggars are people that are not working. Now there's even people that are working money to start this and now begging because the money, not by their salary, is not enough for them to feed their families or even themselves. So if they open the borders to at least bring down food price of food, yes. Number two is ever since that first subsidy cancellation, the first subsidy is gone. Oh God, that's really caused hell in Nigeria. Now they want to increase tariff. I like to ask that question. As a Nigerian, what are you benefiting in Nigeria? As a Nigerian, ask yourself that question. What is your benefit as a Nigerian? So we seem to not benefit anything. People that are enjoying Nigerians are only the politicians. They are, oh God, only politicians that are enjoying Nigeria. They are enjoying Nigeria. Nigeria is working for them. Things are sweet for them. As Nigeria, but Nigerians themselves, they don't seem to enjoy the country. The country does not seem to work for them. So if Fulani are saying yes, even if Igbo say they are right, even if Yoruba say they are right, the level of poverty is so much. And like I always say, the south is more possible than the north. There's no money in the south than in the north. So if the southern people are facing this kind of heat, imagine how it will look like in the north. You understand? If you're in Lagos are complaining there's no money, imagine how villages look like. Now imagine the northern side of Nigeria. So the poverty level is unacceptable. And I give kudos to the Fulani people for pointing out that yes, this level of suffering is unacceptable, and we cannot it cannot even fathom out. It is very, very bad, very bad, very dangerous for a country where the citizens cannot even afford to eat. That should be the basic right of the citizen of any nation. At least something to put in your mouth. So I support them on that.